How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. So for today's video, basically, I just kind of wanted to touch base with something that I feel um, kind of plagues the tech space and you know, just this all out general thing that happens quite a bit. And what I'm referencing to is like, we make videos and we kind of talk about various different providers, right? So like, I'll talk about Boost Mobile. I'll talk about Google Fi, T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, Visible, and you tend to see a lot of people throw their opinions in, which by all means is welcome. Opinions are welcome. Um, I think that one of the things that I would really suggest to a lot of people is like when you're talking about saying Verizon's better in my area, like emphasize what your area is. I fully welcome those things because I feel like that, people will get an understanding of which provider is going to work best in the area. And unless the area is, identified, no one's going to know exactly what the area is. But I think the thing that, I kind of think about is like when people kind of have this tension of like, my carrier is absolutely superior because it's superior for me. People kind of lose sight that what works good for your area, what works good for you, is working good in your area may not actually. I'm not gonna say may not because that's like lightly putting it. It's not going to be the same experience somewhere else. Okay, I think it's kind of sad when people have to feel like they got to defend the network provider that they chose to go with. And there's really no need to be doing that. There's really absolutely no need to do that. Whatever you choose to use, and if it works great for you, then that's the whole point of at least for myself why I do this on YouTube. That's the whole point. It's got to work good for you, I just noticed I was like hanging up all the way up there, but it's got to work good for you because if it doesn't work good for you, then what's the point of you spending money every month to a provider where you're not getting the best of service? I truly feel like that at times people got to understand though, it's like somebody else may say a particular provider works the greatest of all time for them. You don't have to get offended when somebody says that. It works greatest all time for them. It may not work great in your area, but to have a back and forth argument over it, I think that's going a bit too far. I share what I share for what I know, for people to kind of like know what kind of experience I'm getting. Because the whole point is to bring you guys a video and talk about things from a consumer perspective. That's where I'm coming with this, is from a consumer standpoint. And when I show like speed tests and stuff like that, that's to show you guys what I'm generally getting in my area. But also to kind of show you guys like with those typical type speeds that I'm getting, how am I handling it as a consumer? Like what things am I doing, to give me what I would consider a decent experience and to mitigate any types of you know, having to jump from carrier to carrier to carrier every month because some people will do that. Some people will switch carriers like they switch socks and you know um I mean, to me personally, I feel like you should always like find the right carrier that's providing you the best experience possible for you. So like if you go with AT&T and T and you're like posting, speed tests that you're doing, because everybody speed tests nowadays. You don't have to be, a tech tuber to do speed tests. Like you can be the average Joe that works a 9 to 5 job or whatever and decides I'm going to do a speed test and share it on Twitter for other people to see so they can see what kind of speeds I'm getting. But you know, um, people share speed tests quite a bit, quite a lot, and again, the whole jumping around is just, you want to stay grounded to a carrier that is going to provide you what you are wanting and what you're expecting for the price that you're paying from a carrier every month. That's the whole point about it. Um, do I think people should be carrier loyal? I mean, I've made videos talking about this, and I've said like being carrier loyal is not something that I would suggest anyone be. Um, when you have shortcomings with a particular provider, you definitely should call them out on it. They definitely need to be aware of a consumer experience, because how does anyone fix anything if they're never told that it's broken? Um, but being brand loyal, that's something that I feel like that no one should really be, because at the end of the day, these companies don't really care about you as a person. They don't. They're not worried about John at 9 a.m. in the morning and whether he's able to get his daily dose of news from news sources that he likes to go to every morning while he drinks his coffee. Like, they don't care. All they want to know is that your bill is due at this time of the month. Where's the payment? That's all they care about. So how does, carriers fix the issues? How do they do that? Does one walk away from a carrier completely? Does that make a dent in the business? To answer that question, no, not really. One customer loss, or even 10 customers lost, is not equivalent to the 100,000 ads a month, right? So what can one do? And that's exactly what other content creators, other people on YouTube, those people on Twitter, those people on Periscope, those people on Instagram, that's what they do. They share their experience as a consumer, and they tag these companies to tell them, this is what I'm getting. This is becoming a problem. When is this going to get fixed? When are you going to have attention put on it? Like, I encourage everybody to really share their experience with their service provider that they've chosen to subscribe to monthly. So then that way, if there's any issues that can be fixed, it can be fixed. A lot of the problems can be mitigated. That is the whole point of having a voice. That's where social platforms become handy tools. I think today, when people get really offended because someone, and I'll take T-Mobile for example, because they've been in the spotlight ever since the merger approval and the merger going through and the merger about to really kick into high gear come August. I feel like that all eyes are on them, and yeah, they got a long way to go. I mean, I use Google Fi, and that relies on T-Mobile's network, and I've seen some significant changes in my city from what it used to be before the merger was even approved. And I can say that I'm a little disappointed in the speeds that I've been getting. And I use devices that are LTE capable. They're not 5G capable, right? So I'm not expecting for 5G to be completely just rolled out 100% working. Okay, I'm using these devices that are LTE compatible, and I'm wanting for my experience to be what it was a year ago, what it was in the beginning of this year, towards the end of last year. I wanted those speeds back, and I'm slightly seeing it here and there. I normally see it when I'm connected to band 66. When I see using Signal Check Pro that I'm connected to band 2 or band 4, my speed is just really, 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 really low. But I do know that things take time to be fixed. Things, like, you have to give the time for these companies to fix it. But then there's some things that the companies overlook or just choose to ignore. And that's where, again, I say the social platforms comes as a handy tool. You can project it out there for these companies to know that you're experiencing this type of problems. And if you're reporting it and about 150,000 other consumers within your vicinity are reporting it, there's no excuse for them to not try to resolve it. That's the point I'm saying. So in today's day and age and everything like that, there's no reason to be brand loyal. Okay, let's kind of cut that mentality out, and let's approach things at a point where we're trying to help better these companies. So whether it's AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, or Dish, you gotta speak up. You can't just bury all the problems under a rug just because you love the brand, because the color of the brand or the free things you get every specific day of the week. Like, that should never be what silences consumers from reporting that there is a problem. So anyways, guys, just a quick little rant for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section of the video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, smash that like button. If you want to add more, you can do that in the comment section of the video, and there's like hashtag replay, no, not replay crew, but let's see, hashtag no brand loyalist, to let me know if you made it all the way to the end of the video. And yeah, that's it for right now, guys. I will see you on the next one, and as always, aloha. But before I end the video real quick, I do want you guys to know there's a special live stream Saturday. It's not tech related. It's completely different. I'm going to have a special guest on there. Lawrence will be on there. So I hope you guys do come through to watch and listen. Some very important information is going to be shared out. And I hope to see you guys there. All right. Aloha.